haven't met me, I'm Bree. 40-ish minute flow happening today. Do whatever you would like with your arms as you land in Baddha Konasana. And take this moment to arrive. I like to rest my hands on my belly or my chest. Some people do cactus shape with their arms. Inviting in a position that feels grounding as well as opening. Notice the quality of your breath today. Every expansion holds a contraction. So begin to notice that in your breath here on the inhale. There's a big expansion through the diaphragm, through the muscles surrounding the diaphragm. And on that exhale, all the muscles contract in. Keep working to manipulate your breath, lengthening on both the inhales and your exhales. Begin to bring your hands now to the outsides of your thighs. Gently close your legs like a book. Pull the knees in, give yourself a loving squeeze. It could be bringing the forearms around the shins. Maybe you just interlace your hands. Maybe you lift your shoulder blades off the mat if you want a big tiny ball. And then release, ground your feet, ground your shoulder blades. Reach your right leg high, interlace your hands around your right thigh. Stretch your left leg out long on the mat. Stay strong and engaged through your legs. Squeeze the legs nice and strong, thinking about hugging the muscles around the bones. So like a hug in. And then from the pelvis, expand out long through your bones, out through your heels. Maybe you point and flex your feet. Maybe you do nice big ankle swivels in one or both directions. Continue breathing deep, full cycles of breath. Maybe you start to ignite Ujjayi breath, where there's a slight little constriction in the back of the throat, the epiglottis. When you breathe with Ujjayi, the breath will become slightly audible. Good. From here, bend your right knee. Bring your hands to the top of the knee, interlacing your hands around your right shin. Pull your knee wide towards your right armpit. Keep staying active through your left leg. Point the left toes up towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand to the outside edge of your right foot. Stretch that foot towards the ceiling. Pull your foot down as you kick your foot up into your hand. Half happy baby is the name of this shape. Send your left arm out wide to a T, maybe palm down. It will help with stability. And now start to create a rocking sensation. So stretch out, open up, straightening-ish out through the right knee. And then kind of bend your right knee back towards that happy baby and rock over towards your left hip. And then rock over towards the right hip, find extension through the right knee. Rock over towards the left hip and bring your body into kind of a twist, but kind of not a twist. It's not a twist because you aren't resisting in the hips or the shoulders. So this one's supposed to be kind of like ooey gooey, juicy motion in the hip. Less structure held around this position or this movement. More of a dynamic stretch. And then land back with your right leg extended out long towards the right. Stay strong and engaged through your legs so the pelvis go wide through the legs. Take a nice expansion inhale, expansive inhale. Breathe into the right inner thigh. And exhale, see if there's any space to open up deeper. Inhale, bring that leg back through center. Now release your foot, but keep your legs at that nice L shape. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Interlace your hands behind your skull. Gently kick your head into your hands, but keep the shoulder blades lifted. Now lift your left leg to a hover. Core engagement here. Inhale, press that low back down into the ground. Exhale, tap your right heel on your left big toe. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. And exhale, tap. 4. Lift, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, tap. That's 8. Lift. Lower, that's 9. Lift. Lower, that's 10. And release. Maybe you stretch. Keep those interlaced hands. Point and stretch your hands up. Point through the toes. Reset. Reach your left leg up. Interlace your hands around your left thigh. Stay strong and engaged through your legs. You're welcome to invite circles in through your toes and through your ankles. All right, so pause. Keep the strength in the legs, especially that right lower leg. Bend your left knee. Bring your hands to the top of the shin. Pull the knee way wide towards the armpit. Press your right thigh bone down into the earth. Those right toes are still facing straight up to the sky. Bring your left hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Half happy baby. Pull your foot down towards the earth. Gently kick your foot up into your hand. Come back to breathing in and out through your nose if you've lost that action. Stretch your right arm out wide to a T. Begin to extend out through your left knee. And then bend through the left knee and rock over towards the right hip. Rock it over towards the left hip. Let your left leg go wide and rock it over towards the right. So just a kind of a rocking, a rolling, juicy sensation happening in the thigh. And breathe. Next time you land over towards the left, pause there, extend out any amount through your left knee. So it does not need to be straight. You're just looking for a stretch in the right inner thigh. And breathe. Bring the leg all the way up and back through center. So here comes that core. Release the thigh or the foot. Interlace your hands around your head. Lift your right leg to a hover. Press that low back down. Keep your low back down the whole time. Inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Reach up. Tap, reach up, tap, reach up, tap. 6, reach up, tap. 7, reach up, tap. 8, reach up, tap. 9, reach up, Tap 10, release, stretch, interlacing the hands and keeping those hands interlaced, stretching your fingers above head and pointing through your toes. Now pull your knees in. Bring your hands around to the bottom edge, your hamstrings, and start to rock and roll on your spine. You will rock a few times here and land in a forward fold. So you need momentum to get there. And pause when you land in your forward fold. You can hold opposite elbows here. You can let your hands just hang down towards the earth. Letting go about kind of reaching for a deep stretch and just letting the weight of your body do the work in this pose. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen up through the sides of your waist. Exhale, fold. Press into the earth, inhale, circle sweep, reach your arms all the way high towards the sky. Exhale, bring your palms down to heart center. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, grab your right wrist, side bend up and over towards the left. Tug on your wrist. Now round forward a little. Pull your shoulder forward. Press down and out through the power of your legs. Inhale, come back through center. Switch your clasp and take that side bend up and over the other way, rounding your left shoulder forward so you can get into your lat. Inhale, come back through center. Switch the clasp, take that side bend. So now you're going to do the opposite. Twist open, press your bottom shoulder blade against the back of the ribs. Your hips are trying to stay square to the front of the room. Inhale, back through center. Switch it up, take your side bend the opposite way. Pull the tops of the ears back as you twist open. Inhale, come back through center, reach your arms up. Exhale, chair pose, sink your hips low. Think about your hips going back into space and your sternum moving down a little. Bring your arms now behind you. Interlace your hands, lift through the heart space. Inhale. Exhale, begin to fold all the way forward. Let your arms drop over the back body. Squeeze your shins towards each other. Widen and broaden through the upper inner thighs. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, come down and fold. Begin to heel toe your feet wide, about as wide as mats, distance apart. Line up the outside edge of your foot with the long edge of the mat. Bend the knees, touch, keep hinging your hips way back into space. Counter reach your hands forward. Squeeze your shins in. Widen and broaden through your upper inner thighs. And just notice in this moment, where is your breath moving? Breathe more breath into the sides and into the back of your body. More than 50% of your lungs lives in that back region of your body, your posterior chain. Begin to now send your toes out, your heels in. Come to a Malasana squat. Get a little lift through the heart space. Plant your hands one at a time. Stretch your legs all the way back. Land in a plank. Press the earth away. Lengthen through the sides of your neck. Shift your shoulders past your wrist and lower all the way down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground your hips. Press the tops of your feet down. Stay strong through your legs. Inhale and rise up through a cobra pose. Pull the heart through. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, cobra pose. Come all the way through. Exhale, fold. Come up last time, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Glue your toenails down as you tug your hands back. And exhale, fold. Tuck your toes, press your way up through a tabletop or a plank. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you land in down dog, just kind of take a moment to arrive, pedal it out, push one heel down, and then the other. Stretch through the backs of your legs, your calves. Stay strong through your hands. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Keep the toes pointing down. Exhale, bend your right knee and open up through your right hip. Lift more through your left shoulder. Inhale, straighten your leg. Square your hips, so wrap that right hip down. Exhale, pulse, knee towards nose, contract, pull it in. Inhale, and reach it all the way up and long. Exhale, knee towards nose, contract, round. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, pull the knee towards the nose, contract. Plant your foot in between your hands. Come onto fingertips or blocks, straighten out through your right leg. Pull your right hip back as you wrap your left hip forward. Breathe. Inhale, bend into your front knee, ground your back knee, rise up, low lunge, reach your arms up. Every time I come into a low lunge, kind of habit, I widen my right foot slightly towards the right. So it gets you off of a tight rope. Inhale, lengthen up through the sides of your waist. Exhale, let your pelvis get heavy. Inhale, lean back, maybe finding a little opening here. Exhale, take it back half split. Bring your hands to the earth. Flex your right toes straight up towards the sky. Send your right sit bone back into space. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, low lunge. Tuck your back toes, big move here. Pull your left knee in towards your chest, one-legged Tadasana. So it's kind of a big transition. Squeeze your standing glute. Bring your left hand towards your knee and open up through your hips. So you're finding an opening shape here. Squeeze that left glute. Maybe your right arm goes off to a T to help you balance. Option to straighten out through your left leg. Maybe you grab your left calf. Good, bend the knee, bring the leg back in. Warrior 3, bring your hands to a prayer. Bring your trunk forward and your leg back. Your trunk should be about parallel to the earth. Stretch your left leg out. Bend into your front knee, ground your back toes. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. I totally just almost stepped on my dog and I didn't even faze her. She just walked by back to the heater. Pivot your back heel down, warrior 2, gaze over your middle finger. Let's get off the front leg for a moment. So straighten out through your front leg, giving it a little release. Check with your foundation. Your front heel should line up with your back heel or the middle of the back arch. Bring the back thigh back into space. And then bend into your front knee. Stack the knee back over your ankle. Inhale and reverse your warrior. Exhale, come to a side angle. We're going to take a bind here, so a half bind. Bring your right arm down to the inner edge of the ankle. Your left arm is going to come up and around, or back and around towards that front. Maybe you touch the back hip, maybe you come all the way around. Bringing your left hand to touch the front of the right thigh. In this side angle, from the pelvis, stretch down and out through your left leg, twist open. Lean back. Release your bind. Inhale, reach your arm all the way long. Extended side angle. Bring your left arm down. Pivot off of your back heel. Reach your right arm high. Twist. Pull both shoulders back. Bring your right hand down, plant your hands, step back, plank. Half push-up. Inhale, coming through cobra or up dog, pull the shoulders back. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, down dog, pause. Pedal it out and breathe. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Practice dragging the breath down the back of the throat. If you feel your mind stirring or your breath moving you away from your center, come back. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, pulse your left knee towards your nose, curl it in,
round. Inhale, reach it up and long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee towards nose. Plant your foot in between your hands. Oh, actually, reach your leg up. Bend the knee, open your hip. So a little stretch through the front of the thigh. Now inhale, straighten your legs, square the hip. Exhale, knee towards nose. Plant your foot. Come off of your hands and straighten out through your left leg. Pull your left hip back as that right hip wraps forward. Stay nice and engaged to the left side of the belly. Pull it up and away from the thigh. In moments where you're stopping and you're pausing to just be with the posture, where does your mind go? How can you continue to remind yourself to breathe deeper, to come back to the power of the breath? Inhale, begin to bend into your front knee, ground your back knee, rise up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Squeeze the legs towards each other. Find density through the pelvis. Grab your right wrist, inhale. Lengthen up from the pelvis up through the sides of the waist, and exhale, side bend over towards the left. Inhale, come back through center, lean back a little, and exhale, half split. Bring your fingertips down, shift your hips back. Point your toes straight up towards the sky. Spread nice and wide through your toes, especially your pinky toe, trying to pull the pinky toe away from the ring finger toe. Slightly trickier transition here. Bend into your front knee, ground your foot, rise up and step up. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. Find your balance. I'll pivot here. Maybe you'll be able to see a little better. Right hand comes to the knee. Open up through your hip. Your left arm will counter reach. Now, staying here is a great option. If you want something more, you could play with straightening out through the leg, maybe grabbing your ankle. So this is the posture we did on the ground. Maybe you have something in between, holding the back of the thigh. Bring your leg all the way back in, warrior three. Bring your hands to a prayer. Tilt your trunk forward. Bring your right leg back and straighten out through the right leg. Wrap your right hip down. Bend into your left knee. Ground your right toes and rise up. Crescent lunge. Find warrior two. Pivot your back heel down. Straighten out through your front leg. So a little yogi break. Front heel lines up with the middle of the back arch or the back heel. Find the stance of bringing the back thigh slightly back into space. And internally rotate it, bend into your front knee until your knee stacks just over the ankle. Bring your arms parallel to the earth. Virabhadrasana 2. From your collarbones, expand out long through your arms. Inhale, flip your palm and reverse your warrior. Lean back. Exhale to a side angle. Rest the elbow on the thigh, or the invitation is to go all the way down towards the earth. Reach your upper arm back, point your thumb down to reach around and grab for maybe the inner thigh of your left thigh. From the pelvis, stretch out long through your back right leg and through your side body. Pull the tops of the ears back into space. Parvo Konasana, side angle with a half bind. Release your arm. Inhale, reach your arm all the way along. Extended side angle. Press into the earth. Inhale and reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, little twist, elevate off of your back heel. Reach your left arm high to the sky. Exhale, ground your left hand, step back, plank pose. Shift your shoulders past your wrists, lower all the way down to the ground. Bring your arms back by your hips. Stay strong with your legs, rise up. Shalabhasana, active back bend, lift through your chest, through your arms, through the legs, and squeeze the midline, finding hip distance with your legs. Practice spinning your inner thighs up high to the sky. One more breath. Exhale, release, let it go. Breathe. Set up for round two. Pull the belly up. Heavy your pelvis or push your pelvic bone down. And rise up. Shalabhasana. So you use a lot of effort here to lift, not that high, but that's okay. We're not doing this to perform. We're doing this to strengthen, to grow, to expand. Find one more inhale. Exhale, lower your right ear down and breathe in and out. Bring your hands by your chest. Press your way up through a tabletop or a plank. Send your hips way up and back, downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, tap your right knee towards your right tricep. Inhale, reach it up and long. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee towards left tricep. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee towards nose. Plant your foot in between your hands. Pivot your back heel down. Crouching tiger. So bring actually the right hand to the inside edge of your front foot. You're welcome to widen your stance. Bend into your back knee. Point your right toes up. Reach your left arm high. So you're twisting towards the left. Wrap the right torso underneath the left. Take a little peek at your front toes. Make sure your right toes are pointing straight towards the ceiling here. Now, extended side angle. Bend into your front knee. Reach your left arm way in line with your ear. Inhale, shift it back. Crouching tiger. And exhale, extended side angle. Last time like that. Inhale, take it all the way back. Crouching tiger. And come all the way forward, extended side angle. Now lift up and out of the deep side angle. Bring your arm around, find your half bind or your full bind, come all the way down. Bring your right hand underneath to grab. Maybe you clasp just 2 fingers, okay? Maybe you're clasping all your fingers, and then once I come into that bind, I actually like to lift up a little bit and out of it. All right, option for bird of paradise. Step your left leg up, bring the weight into your left leg, and pull your right knee way wide towards your right armpit. You have a bind here. You can always ditch the bind and grab your knee. Pull both of your shoulders back, find your balance. Maybe you straighten out through your right leg. Stay strong, point through the toes, keep pulling your right shoulder back. Good, bend your knee. Ground your right foot. Maybe you hold the bind and step your left leg back. And then release the bind, come back to your side angle. Press down and out through your legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Take a reverse triangle. Pivot your right toes in. Bring your right hand to grab your left ankle and twist. Reach your left arm high to the sky. Pull both shoulders back, lean back, inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down, spin both hands towards the front of the mat. Spin both feet towards the front of the mat. Plant your hands, step back, plank. Shift your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, half push up. Inhale, coming through Bhujangasana or up dog, cobra or up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. See if you can send your hips even higher to the sky. Now that might be from letting your heels elevate away from the earth. It may be from pressing your hands into the mat more. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, pulse left knee towards left tricep. Inhale, reach it up and long. Exhale, knee rounds towards nose. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee towards opposite tricep. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee towards nose. Plant your foot in between your hands. Pivot the back heel down. So crouching tiger, bring your left arm to about the middle of the mat. Bend into your back knee, reach your right arm high. Flex your left toes straight up towards the sky. Wrap your left torso underneath the right. And breathe. So it's a little movement here. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Reach your upper arm way in line with your ear. Side angle. Exhale, take it back, crouching tiger. Inhale, come forward, side angle. Exhale, take it back, crouching tiger. Come forward towards the side angle, pause. Lift out of it a little bit, so you're using the legs to hold you up. Reach your arm around for your half bind. You could stay here. You can always bring your arm down for the full bind. And you can still step up and do a version of Perito Paradise without the bind. So here we go. Step your right leg up. Bring the weight into your right foot. And if you want to ditch the bind, I'll give an example of that. Just lifting up, practicing stretching down and out through your right leg. My left arm is released. I actually have my left arm on the inner edge of my left knee. So I'm widening the thigh bone away from me. Maybe you grab your big toe and straighten out through the leg. Maybe you have the calf or the thigh. And then you can practice going back down into side angle as well without the bind. So slowly lowering, grounding your left foot, making sure those toes are pointed straight ahead. Transfer the weight to the left foot, stretch the right leg back. Inhale and reverse your warrior, straighten out through the front leg. Pivot your left toes in, bring the left hand to grab that right ankle and lean your body weight towards the front of the room. Twist your right arm is now reaching high. Inhale. Exhale, bring both arms down. Find a wide-legged stance here. You can grab for the heels, the shins. Let yourself fold again, just kind of letting go. Letting go of the push of doing all the time and just letting yourself be. If you have a headstand in your practice, this would be a good option to do it. If you don't worry about it. Just keep hanging out for about 5 more breaths here. Inhale and halfway lift, lengthen to the sides of the waist. Bring both hands towards the front of the mat. Spin both feet towards the front of the mat. Plant your hands, step back, plank. Keep your elbows straight, flip your feet. Come into an up dog, pull the heart through. Take it all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high onto your tiptoes. Exhale, take a deep bend in the knees. Hop your way up, or actually let's do this. Glide your way up onto your shins. Send your hips off to one side. Ground your feet. Come all the way down to your back. As you land on your back, take a few breaths to just kind of arrive back on the ground with the support of the earth. And then one at a time, if your legs aren't already stretched out, stretch them out. We'll be moving through anchored bridge pose to tone the hamstrings. So flex your toes up towards the sky. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Bring your big toes to touch each other. Now bend your knees a little. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other really strong. So you have an inner anchor here. The big toes are touching. The knees are trying to touch or close to touching. The inner thighs are squeezing in. So this is called internal rotation of your thigh bones. This is the most important thing to keep in this posture. Now, bring your hands by your sides. Come on to tented fingertips. Begin to drive your heels down into the ground and tug your heels back until your hips begin to hover. Keep the hips lifted. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take deep cycles of breath into the back of your body. And take one more full breath here. Feel the tone build on the back of the thighs. Exhale, release your hips, release the legs, take little wiggles. So if that one didn't land for you, we're gonna go over it one more time. It's strong, but it's possible. It's possible for all of us, and it's attainable. Flex your toes up, bring the big toes. So external rotation is your knees falling out. Internal rotation is your knees knocking in. Bring the knees almost to touch, big toes are touching, and begin to tug your heels back until the hips lift. Keep your number one focus to squeeze the inner thighs really strong. Keep those hips lifted. For 3, 2, 1, release, let it go, wiggle out through your legs. Pull the knees in towards your chest, give yourself a nice squeeze. Now ground your feet. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Pull your right knee in and interlace your hands around your right thigh. Flex the toes back towards your ankles. Practice pressing your thigh, your right thigh, into your hands, into your interlaced hands. And just notice how that changes the stretch for you. So it's ideally, it's going to kind of untuck through your tailbone and create an anterior tilt in your pelvis, which may feel really good as you stretch your hip here. Inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands from your thigh. Send your figure 4 legs over towards the right. Ground your left foot on the earth. Use your right hand to bring it on top of the left foot. Hold the left foot in place. Squeeze your left glute and send your left thigh open towards the sky. And breathe into your left hip. Engage to your core. Inhale, bring your legs all the way back through center. Unwind. If it feels tight, you can windshield wiper. Just listen to your body. Land back with neutral legs. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Pull the left knee in. Interlace your hands around your left thigh. And if you liked that motion, start by pulling the thigh in a little bit and then push your thigh into your hands. Flex your toes back, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, gently release the thigh. Send your legs over towards the left. Ground your right foot. Use your left hand to kind of grab the right foot, hold it in place. Send your right knee high to the sky. So a slight little twist. Keep that right shoulder blade down as you open up through the hips. Engage through your legs. Inhale, bring your legs back through center, unwind. Pull the knees in now towards the chest. You can hold your knees for full happy baby prep. You can also bring your hands behind your thighs. Grab for the outer ankles or the feet. Maybe you rock your baby a little bit side to side. Maybe you straighten out through one or both legs. Bring your legs all the way back in. Bring the knees in. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Come to a nice tight little ball. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch your legs out long and your arms by your sides for a Shavasana shape. Let go of any breath held in your lungs. HA. Take a full expansive inhalation through your nose. Hold it at the top, nice and full of the prana, the breath, the life force. HA, exhale. Take as much time as you would like to rest in your Shavasana shape. Deep gratitude for you showing up for this practice. Namaste.